Good morning from Arkansas, y'all. You can always tell I'm not from here when I say y'all. But it's been home since 1998. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to be. Let's just sit together for a moment. Wherever you are, whatever's going on in your lives. Just take a moment to enter that mindfulness state. Just noticing whatever it is we're experiencing while we practice non-judgment. Allowing there to be space within us. For all. Starting to hear the morning traffic. The great thing about mindfulness is you can't do it wrong. You can't even do it right. It's just whatever shows up. I like to say with my clients I work with, there's no such thing as distractions in mindfulness. Because we aren't trying to fix or change the state of things. Wherever our attention goes, we have permission to follow it. Might be taking in the sounds around us. We might be noticing sensations within our bodies. Might be noticing thoughts, repetitive thoughts that have been there, maybe for days or weeks or months. There might be some feelings that have come and camped out. Just notice if you can. I'm noticing an uneasiness in my belly as I listen to the sounds in my neighborhood. Those of you who've been tuning in for a while know I went through a tornado in March 31st, 2023, just 3 days after I got back from Mexico, and time with Miguel and the Maya lands. Right now I'm hearing hammers, work trucks, FEMA. A new sound this morning I can't quite identify. Maybe a drill. Putting houses back together, tearing houses down, bulldozing things. Right next door, in fact, the direction I'm facing, though I can't see it too well beyond this wall, a little bit out the windows. They bulldozed my neighbor's house. That was obviously the roof came off in the tornado, and there's too much damage to repair, apparently, or to bring it back to life. So as hard as it was to stare at that rubble for 2 months and to listen to the trucks just bulldoze it down. Now there's a blank slate, possibility for a fresh start. But let's go ahead and just take a moment and sink in to whatever is rising up. You may feel like there's some things in your own life that have been bulldozed recently. There might be some stuff that's being excavated that you'd rather not even look at, that still seems to reside within you. See if right now, rather than taking ownership of the crud or the stuck energies or past habits, past relationships, whatever it is, thoughts that have weighed you down, maybe a depressive state that feels like you inherited it. Let's not take ownership of it today. Let's just be aware. Y'all have heard me describe that airplane in my mind with that banner trailing behind that I can just kind of project words onto and let them just fly on by. Wow. The black trucks have come and gone from FEMA. These red dump trucks are new. Guess it's a whole new wave. Whew. Got up a little early for myself today, but it was nice and quiet. So, as we embrace all that's going on, I mean, this beehive of activity around me is perfect. We are in just that 20-day portal of ascension, that supernova energy. And y'all know my heart. You know, I've been studying with my teacher, Don Miguel, on hell for over 15 years. I've been just claiming who I am for a lifetime. And it's time for me to share with you all. And I will always give credit where credit is due to those who have studied as well and gathered wisdom and are bringing the wisdom back to us and sharing in the form that it comes to them. Aluna, Joy, Yashkeen has come to mind lately, and I've referenced her in the last 3 videos, wanting to give her credit for, go to her Facebook page, May 28th. She brought in some very important energy for this time, describing the different pulses, coordinating with different dates in this 20-day cycle as we head into the summer solstice. We're currently in what she refers to, I believe, as the 4th pulse. But I highly recommend, if you haven't done the previous 3, go back and recognize what's happening in our bodies and all around us, in the world around us. It may feel like chaotic energy. It may feel like we're not going to make it through right now. Whew, I feel like I'm all over the map. I did my very first retreat with my new business partner, spiritual partner, Luis Mendoza, Power, Body, Soul Connection. And we went to the Illinois River in Salem Springs with a group of 10 of us this past weekend, our first retreat. It ended up being a songwriter retreat, which makes sense, coming from the heart of 10 Penny Gypsy. Wrote a beautiful song together, which I can't wait to bring forward and share with you. We're going to be in the recording studio soon. Carolina Mendoza, the sound of an angel. Justin Patterson, one of my favorite songwriters. Steve Crump, who kicked off the idea, wrote the first few lines and left the pad on the table and invited the rest of us to just add to it line by line. Just drop into your own bodies. Notice these swirling energies, these creative, powerful forces that may feel like they're going to crush us, or you may feel like a volcano you're erupting in. You're just exploding into a million directions. I started to say this weekend, even though I'm very clear on what I was called to offer, and those few people of the 10 that joined me Sunday morning to receive the sound